Hi, everybody. This is Dean Sakamoto, Executive Director of Shade Institute. We're here at the Kapolei Heritage Center in Hawaii, and we're here to share with you the results of our community design workshop for the Kanahili Community Association Park. And here are our Shade Fellows who will help me to summarize what we're about to share with you. So we're going to share with you some clips from our recorded session, which is a hybrid community design workshop, hybrid in person and virtual. I hope you enjoy it.
We are Shade Institute, a local nonprofit organization located in Iwilei, Honolulu, Hawaii. SHADE stands for Sustainable Humanitarian Architecture and Design for the Earth. The Institute's mission is to provide community-based planning and design through intern training and professional mentorship to underserved communities and other nonprofit organizations. Today, we held our second community design workshop for the residents of Kanahili.
There were 3 objectives for this workshop. The first was to gather community input from Kanahili Community Association leadership and Kanahili residents in response to the first community design workshop. The second is to obtain feedback on the preliminary design plan alternatives. And lastly, to determine which design is most preferred by the residents, as well as any additional guidance they could provide to move forward with the preliminary design.
This summer, SHADE made a goal to reach out to as many Kanahili residents as possible concerning Phase 2 of the project. We made banners, brochures, stickers, fans, and postcards to distribute information to the residents as efficiently as possible. We held 2 outreach events to talk to residents about their visions and goals of the park, in addition to passing out surveys to gain input on the design proposal. Overall, we had 80 survey responses, which helped to guide the design process. Randy Makikau, president of Kanahili Community Association, was a big help in reaching out to residents and is passionate about the future of the park. Here is a short interview with Randy Makikau.
And I think moving forward, they will be very happy to see that they have this opportunity to practice their culture and practice their part of history, which comes down from generations to generations. And I think that as a people, unite our community together, knowing that we can finally, put into practice what we were taught from our upunas and from our grandparents and from our parents, the essential and important way for Native Hawaiians to be able to practice their culture.
So this all kind of started when, I think it goes back to around 2018, when I first met Randy Makikau, your president. Actually, it was his beautiful wife, Jody, who introduced me to, along with Ivalani, introduced me to Randy. And then within a few months, Randy shared this drawing. So Randy made this drawing. He said, "Hey, Dean, we already have Phase 1 done, which is the play courts, the keiki playground, and then the fence and the gate. But we need Phase 2.
After meeting with community leaders and producing multiple concept sketches, we arrived at Concept 1, which we presented in our first workshop. Concept 1 takes into consideration the program elements that community leaders at Kanahili proposed. Phase 1 of the project has an existing basketball and volleyball court, as well as a keiki playground. In Phase 2, the parking is a one-way loop system around the perimeter of the park made to maximize parking stalls without compromising green space. Phase 2 programs include a community center, splash pad, and space for cultural activities, among other programs. An important element of the plan is the relocation of an existing monkey pod tree that was planted by a resident years ago. After gathering feedback from CDW1, there were some changes that we implemented to address the comments made by residents concerning the Concept 1 site plan, which led us to Concept 2. Here is the Concept 2 site plan of Kanahili Community Association Park. A lot of the program and features are similar, but are rearranged to address layout and accessibility. One of the primary concerns with Concept 1 that we wanted to address was the location of the community center and its relationship to the parking spots for residents to easily come and go. In Concept 1, the community center acts as a hub, centralized in the middle of the park. In Concept 2, the community center houses the same means of program, but instead looks out over the entire park and is a bit closer to the additional parking that was added in the northeast corner. Compared to Concept 1, which has 79 additional parking spots, Concept 2 has 98 additional spots, but both do share the same one-way loop system. The highlighted areas show the primary differences in Concept 2 as compared to Concept 1, which would be the location of the community center and the splash pad. In Concept 2, the splash pad takes on a more central location and solidifies the area on the north side of the park as a larger keiki play space that also includes the existing playground and paved basketball and volleyball court. A larger comfort station equipped with restrooms, tables, and chairs was also added for parents to look out over the splash pad to keep an eye on their children while relaxing in the shade.
Because the workshop was a hybrid of in-person and virtual meetings, we encouraged residents to discuss the models in both settings.
I see Jennifer has her hand up.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Makikau. I've lived in the Kanahili area for 9 years now. I like either of them. I do like Concept 2. I agree with Adam about the emu because that is close to the residential, and if there's smells stuff like that, it might be overpowering. I kind of like Concept 2 because if you have a party, at least if the residents want to use the park or the basketball court, it would not interfere with someone's gathering,
We use Miro as a form of record keeping and virtual engagement. Here is the outcome of that discussion. We encouraged residents to provide feedback about each concept and recorded the comments given to us using virtual sticky notes so that residents could see their input live.
After this, we did a quick Zoom poll and determined that Concept 2 is the preferred plan among the residents. However, this is not the end of our community engagement. Through the creation of Hui Mea Hohanas, aka user groups, we're maintaining contact with interested community members in regards to the future design and development of the park. We use Miro again to record signups of those interested as well as any additional comments.
In this workshop, the 3 objectives stated earlier were completed. We gathered input from Kanahili Community Association leadership and residents in response to the first community design workshop. We obtained feedback on the 2 design alternatives, and finally, a preferred design was selected. Overall, we learned that Concept 2 was the design that connected with residents best. As fellows, we learned that while having these discussions over Zoom is helpful, being able to meet residents in person provides a different level of experience, one that is slightly more engaging and active.
So, what does it take to get back in the field during a global pandemic? It takes a lot of preparation and planning across multiple media platforms and software. It was at times difficult to keep the same level of engagement as one would do otherwise, but we have found it rather effective to hold virtual meetings. It allowed for live recordings of the event and community feedback as seen with the mural boards. In fact, this very presentation was made possible because of these features, even though we just finished this workshop moments ago.
Mahalo for watching our presentation. Due to the surge of COVID-19 cases in Hawaii, we had to convert into a hybrid workshop. Although our workshop was primarily on Zoom, we were fortunate enough to engage with residents in person under COVID-19 safety guidelines. Moving forward, we hope to have our 3rd workshop in person if given the opportunity, and provide the residents of Kanahili with a final preliminary design.